is CBS News New York.
So I'm having a great time here. I'm looking forward to seeing the big apple drop in the 250 years of the United States.
The ball is in place, the crowd is ready, and the excitement is palpable as we get ready to ring in the new year. We're live in Times Square ahead of the big countdown to 2026. And a new year also means a new era for New York City. We are just hours away from the inauguration of Mayor-elect Zohran Mamdani. What he's saying tonight is he prepares to take the oath of office. And it's a bitterly cold end to 2025. We could even see more snowflakes falling with the confetti tonight. We'll time it all out in your First Alert forecast. Good evening and Happy New Year's Eve, everybody. I'm Doug Williams. Kristine Johnson is off tonight. We're about 2 hours away from ringing in 2026, but it is already the new year in other parts across the globe. There were elaborate celebrations in major cities like Hong Kong, Sydney, Athens, and Paris, with fireworks sparkling over some of the most recognizable skylines and landmarks in the world. And in just a few short hours, our own Times Square will join that list. Taking a live look now at the crossroads of the world, courtesy of EarthCam, we have team coverage for you on this New Year's Eve. Meteorologist Vanessa Murdoch is standing by in our virtual studio with the frigid forecast and a look at the snow. But first, Naveen Dhaliwal is in Times Square. Naveen, how are things looking?
Yeah, good evening, Doug. If you see some of the confetti right now, it's not the stroke of midnight. This was actually the 2-hour mark, and they just let that go. But the excitement here is absolutely electric. 1 million people here in Times Square celebrating the coming of the new year, and they have a lot of hope for what's ahead. Celebrations are in full swing as 2025 comes to a close.
Very high energy, very high stakes. We're like pumped, we're ready.
And 2026 just moments away.
First time, I'm 50 years old, it's a bucket list.
1 million people from all over the world bundled up shoulder to shoulder, united by one thing, hope. Hope for a fresh start, new opportunities, and better days ahead.
This is our first time in New York, so we're pumped to just be down here and get a spot and see all this and just be a part of it.
This is the country's biggest New Year's Eve party, and it's not disappointing.
We've been standing, we didn't sit down yet.
Many are here to ring in the new year, but Stacey Tate from San Antonio is also here for a milestone birthday, turning 50 at the stroke of midnight.
Very crazy, yeah, surreal, watching this on the TV for all my life, and now I'm here.
Your first time?
First time.
Mother Nature is definitely making her presence known tonight. Many are battling the cold, but no one's letting that stop the celebration.
I got this crochet scarf. I got this heat tech beanie. I'm wearing like 3 layers of clothing. I got a sweater. I got my Timbs on.
I'm still cold. My fingers just can't warm up, but it's okay. It's worth it.
Yeah, well, at this stage of the game, these people are in it to win it. Now, at this hour, we do see some snowflakes coming down, as Vanessa had mentioned in earlier shows. So it is cold out here. It is, you know, the snow is coming down. But as the final hours of 2025 or 2026 are fast approaching, people here are just so happy to be here. And again, they're looking forward to what's ahead and hoping for the very best. We're live in Times Square tonight. Naveen Dhaliwal, CBS News New York. Doug, back to you.
I was questioning myself, Naveen. I thought, is that snow in addition to the confetti behind you? And it turns out we were right, just a couple snow flurries ahead of the ball drop. And we're going to get some details on whether we will have the snow arrival in time for the ball drop in our First Alert forecast. Now, meteorologist Vanessa Murdoch is in our virtual studio. So, Vanessa, you said earlier 40% chance around midnight that along with the confetti after the ball drop, we might see some snow flurries.
Yes, I think we will continue this trend through the midnight hour with the biggest burst of snow expected around daybreak tomorrow. So this live look, when the lights light up, you can see the snow that much better flying across the screen. These are quick-moving snow showers. They'll quickly exit, and then we'll hope for some more at midnight. There's a 40% chance of that happening. But right now, 32 degrees. The chill in the park, 27. That's what it feels like. The people losing their feeling in their fingers. Wind chills have been in the 20s all day long. This is the cold front approaching. It's bringing snow showers right now, and notice a snow squall warning for our neighbors well to the northwest. Around daybreak tomorrow morning, I wouldn't be surprised if we see a couple of these across the tri-state area as well, because that's when the snow will be more powerful, but quickly moving on through. At present, we've got a few snow showers making their way mostly across Westchester County. That's where we see the most impressive light snow. And then you can see through the city, making its way off to the east. Edison getting some light snow now. For those of you on the island, you'll see some snow showers, and then for all of us throughout the night, there's this chance with the best bet early tomorrow morning. Let's go ahead and give you your ball drop forecast. Temperature is going to hold steady, 32 degrees. The chill at the stroke of midnight will be 24 by 2 a.m., 32 degrees, more flurries in play. But I mentioned tomorrow at daybreak, we expect the wet weather to be most impressive. Now, as far as this ball drop goes, 32 degrees, the coldest we've experienced, since 2017 into 2018. That year, it was 9 degrees. Tomorrow, for the first day of 2026, look out for those snow squalls at 6 a.m., 32 degrees, 31 rather. And then through the day, as skies clear, temperatures are dropping and the wind chills are going to be dropping into the single digits. 6 p.m. tomorrow, 23 degrees, feels like 9. It's a cold start to 2026. More on my full first alert forecast. Doug, back to you.
All right, so if you're the type to go to bed at 12:01 after the ball drops, you may see snow. If you're the type to maybe stay out a little longer and celebrate a little longer, you have a better chance of seeing those snow flurries. Vanessa, thank you. We're going to check back in with you shortly. Well, wherever you're ringing in 2026, be sure to watch the New Year roll in on our streaming channel, CBS News New York. We'll have live cameras with all the action beginning at 10:30, and the big party from Music City is underway. New Year's Eve Live, Nashville's Big Bash, resumes next on CBS and streaming on Paramount Plus after us. New York City is just hours away from having a new mayor. Zohran Mamdani will be sworn in during a private ceremony at midnight before the public celebration on New Year's Day tomorrow. And Adi Guajardo caught up with him just a short time ago in Queens.
Wish a happy new year to every New Yorker, and I can't wait for tomorrow.
Mayor-elect Zohran Mamdani wishing New Yorkers a happy new year as he entered his apartment in Astoria Wednesday night. Soon his new home will be Gracie Mansion. Just as the clock strikes midnight, Mamdani will take an oath, cementing him as 112th mayor of New York City. State Attorney General Letitia James will swear him in a private ceremony at the Old City Hall Station, a New York City landmark brimming with history. Wednesday afternoon, Mamdani and his wife walked City Hall, where he will be publicly sworn in on New Year's Day by U.S. Senator Bernie Sanders. A block party will then be held along the Canyon of the Heroes.
Everybody gonna celebrate tomorrow. We're gonna help everybody, a special event.
His inauguration is expected to draw in media from across the country and around the world.
I think there's really going to be a lot of energy. I think many of us who've had a chance to cover Mamdani and to photograph him have really seen the charisma up close, and I think he really has been able to create these connections to so many different New Yorkers.
In preparation for the transfer of power, Mamdani appointed 5 new high-ranking members, including New York City Schools Chancellor Kamar Samuels.
A new future feels very near indeed. They share 2 things in common: a commitment to delivering a better future for those who call the city home.
Mamdani's campaign, rooted in affordability for New Yorkers, helped propel him to victory.
New York, tonight you have delivered a mandate for change.
Mamdani will make history as the first Muslim and the first South Asian mayor of New York City.
I'm very excited. You hear all the promises and all that, so we'll have to see what happens. But overall, I'm really excited for the future of the city.
From City Hall, Adi Guajardo, CBS News, New York.
And tune in tomorrow afternoon for our live special coverage of the inauguration of Zohran Mamdani. That's right here on CBS News New York. Well, the new year will also mean more pay for some workers across the country, including some in our area. The minimum wage in New Jersey goes up to $15.92 an hour on January 1st. That's up 43 cents for most employees. In New York City, Long Island, and Westchester, baseline pay rises to $17 an hour. And in Connecticut, minimum wage goes up to $16 $16.94 an hour. That's an increase of 59 cents. The federal minimum wage does remain at $7.25 an hour, which has been the rate since 2009. There are also, of course, things that are about to cost you more in the new year, like driving in the state of New Jersey. Beginning tomorrow, tolls on the Parkway and the Turnpike will go up 3%. It's the 5th year in a row the Garden State has raised the cost of the tolls. The Turnpike Authority says the funds are needed to maintain and improve aging assets. Drivers say, though, they're feeling the pain.
I think it's terrible. I think the system is just so wrong. Remember, the middle-class families, we are struggling and we need a break somewhere.
The new year also brings higher gas taxes. The rates will increase another 4 cents. State leaders say the increase will support critical infrastructure needs. Up next for us, another twist in the fate of the beloved Elizabeth Street Garden. Why developers hoping to build affordable housing there say they're refusing to drop a lawsuit against the city. And thousands of people will hit the ground running into 2026, and we mean that literally. Why this crowd is opting for a midnight run over a champagne toast, perhaps. Plus,
wipe it completely and smoothly.
A vintage goodbye to the Metro card, a final swipe for commuters as we usher in the new year and a new era. But first, Steve Overmeyer has a look ahead to sports. Steve?
So the New York sports scene is full of teams preaching patience and belief, but the Knicks are the rare exception. Their play has demanded your attention, and they started off hot tonight. That's later in sports.
Welcome back. Mount Vernon residents that were impacted by a devastating fire can still get help. More than 100 families lost property or had to be relocated by the November 23rd fire at an apartment building on Cottage Avenue. And starting Monday, the Disaster Loan Outreach Center will move to Mount Vernon's City Hall. Fire victims can get loans for personal property losses, and help is available between 9 a.m. and 6 p.m. The Disaster Center will shut down on January 9th. And an update tonight, the developers who want to turn the Elizabeth Street Garden into affordable housing appear to be holding out until Mamdani takes office. The Adams administration had offered them other potential development sites if they dropped their lawsuit by today, but Penrose Properties declined to drop the suit, saying the offer is, quote, not sufficient to abandon litigation that is in the public interest. In November, the Adams administration designated the garden as parkland to try and protect it and save it. Mayor-elect Mamdani has said he would move forward with the affordable housing plan. Well, when the clock strikes midnight, thousands of runners will take off. The annual Midnight Run in Central Park is sponsored by the New York Road Runners. And this year, 4,000 people are expected to run through a freezing park with fireworks lighting up the sky above them. To kick off the event tonight, registration pickup turned into a party for these devoted runners.
I think it's a good way to start the year. Good energy, people are just super nice.
We're actually going to walk it, and we're hoping to make it, but we're just for a bit of fun.
I get to do it with my mom, and doing stuff with my mom's really fun.
Yeah, walking, it's more my speed. The Midnight Run is 4 miles through Central Park tonight, and it's a very cold night for a run and for the ball drop as we continue our countdown to 2026. Across the pond in London, they're well into the new year. Fireworks illuminated Big Ben and the London Eye as the city said goodbye to 2025. Back here in the city, revelers are bundled up as we take another live look at Times Square, courtesy of EarthCam. Vanessa Murdoch back here in studio with us and has more of your first alert forecast. Vanessa.
Well, guys, I want to look back at the year that has been 2025, just to talk a little bit about temperature and precip. The average temperature for the year, 55.8 degrees, just 1/10 of a degree below normal. It was the 28th warmest year on record. As far as precipitation goes, rain, snowfall, sleet, all the things, we picked up nearly 40 inches, but this was about 10 inches below the norm, 40th driest on record. Live outside right now, we do have some flakes still flying, I think, every now and again. Yeah, it's much lighter now, and we expect it to ebb and flow throughout the evening with the heaviest action early tomorrow morning. It's 32 degrees right now in the park for all those taking on that 4-mile run. We're going to hold pretty steady here. The wind chill is 27 degrees. What can you expect from your first alert forecast as we move into 2026? How about a little snow overnight? We've talked about it. Talk about it more. It's a cold start and a dry stretch for the first 7 days of the new year. And we're talking pretty cold. Temperatures will be at freezing for the most part for the next 7. All right, what's happening overhead right now? We've got some very light snow flying over the city, over portions of Westchester County, back through the Garden State. Elizabeth getting some light snow at this point in time. It is all associated with this quick-moving, very cold area of low pressure that's going to pass to our north, and it's the trailing cold front that will deliver the snow for us overnight. Behind this cold front, colder air drops in. Temperatures will be dropping through your New Year's Day, as will the wind chills. Let's talk about what you can expect hour by hour through the overnight as that front continues to make progress in our direction. We're going to anticipate some snow showers, not just right now, but at the stroke of midnight as well. Best bet, I think, for some snow action will be the east end of the island as of midnight, while north of the city, maybe some flurries over Times Square. Now I take you to the main event of this quick mover. 4 a.m. in the morning, we've got this well-defined line of snow. It's going to be moderate to heavy snow, and it's going to move through quickly. Could cause some snow squall warnings. That means that visibility drops very quickly, so driving could be a little bit tricky early tomorrow morning. And then as this line moves through, it will be over the city, say 5:30 to 6:30, and then pushes east and is out of here by 8, 9 a.m. in the morning. Skies are then clearing and temperatures are dropping. But with this quick-moving line, that's our best chance to get some accumulating snow out of the system. It's not going to be epic, but certainly could create some slick spots, especially to the east and well northwest of the city. So most of us pick up, say, a trace to an inch of snow, 1 to 2 inches for the Twin Forks, and then as we look well northwest, it's 2 to 3 inches plus up here. Just be mindful, again, those early morning hours if you have travel plans. The driving could be a little tricky for a moment. All right, at midnight, passing snow showers, 32. It's going to feel like 24 degrees. And you know what? Tomorrow, 32 degrees, but this is at midnight. Temperatures are dropping through the day. The winds are gusty. Here's what it would feel like as we move forward in your forecast. 4 a.m. feels like 25. By 8 a.m., it's feeling like 10. 4 p.m., your wind chill, just 12 degrees. That is your first day of 2026. Now your First Alert 7-day forecast reveals those temperatures hovering close to freezing for the next 7. After tonight, the next best chance of precipitation doesn't roll in until Wednesday. And with temperatures on the colder side, we could see a mix of rain and snow then, Doug.
You think even if we get less than an inch in the city, it will stick enough to be on people's cars and on the sidewalks in the morning?
Yeah, definitely cars and grassy surfaces.
Okay.
The roads in the city tend to trend warmer, right?
Yeah.
Lots of pipes running under there, so less likely to stick to the roads in the city, but certainly well north and west. I think it will stick pretty quickly.
All right, Vanessa, thanks so much. We appreciate it. Well, for those who couldn't stay up until midnight tonight to celebrate the new year, there were some early celebrations today, like this block party in Jackson Heights, Queens. The tradition started 5 years ago by Olive White, who missed her friends during the pandemic, and now every year on 34th Avenue between 81st and 82nd Streets, families gather to count down to noon.
I wanted to see my friends again, so we decided to invite the whole neighborhood. Some people don't want to stay up till midnight.
She's a kid who wants to give to her friends and her family and the community.
And it's working. White says the event has gotten bigger every year. And by the way, she's a magician with balloons, as you just saw, which is pretty cool as well. Still ahead for us, 4 local teams. We're hoping to finish 2025 with a win, but the Knicks dropping the ball in San Antonio. Steve Overmeyer has the highlights next in sports.
This is CBS Sports New York, sponsored by your local Ford stores.
All right, Steve Overmeyer here with sports, and as you said earlier, we're all counting on the Knicks right now.
We are, because there's not a lot of teams in New York that are showing any kind of success. And New York sports fans are used to banners and parades, but those titles have been elusive for years. The football teams are fighting for higher draft position. Baseball teams are preaching patience. And hockey is caught between what was and what is. And then there's the Knicks, the team that keeps showing up, not selling hope, sustaining it. Taking on that same Spurs team they beat in the NBA Cup this month. They were letting it fly early. 7 different players found the range with 9 three-pointers splashing home in the first. The Knicks scored 45 points in the opening quarter, their best first quarter of the season. They were up by 19 at one point. The NBA is a game of runs, and I don't think anyone saw this one coming. Staten Island's Julian Champagny with a Spurs franchise record, 11 three-pointers, a career-high 36. The St. John's alum ties the game late in the fourth. The Spurs would then complete the comeback. Former Knick Luke Cornett with the hoop and the foul as the Knicks blow a 19-point lead. Their worst loss of the season, 134-132 the final. Rangers playing a matinee game down in D.C. Tied at 1 in the second when enemy number 1 for the Blue Shirts. Tom Wilson with the check on Noah Laba, and that leads to a Capitals rush. And it's Wilson giving Washington the lead with his 20th of the season. Good news for the Rangers. Adam Fox was back on the ice after he missed 14 games with a shoulder injury. Better news is he scores a power play goal, bringing the Rangers back within 1. But it's that guy Wilson again. He puts the game away with his second of the game. Rangers lose 6-3, their 3rd straight loss. Hasn't been a December to remember for the Devils. They are 4-10 this month, and they only have points in 5 games. They have a couple more in their final game of the year in Columbus, New Jersey, erupting for 3 goals in a 2-minute span in the 3rd period, turning a 2-goal deficit into a win. Luke Hughes with the game winner. 3-2 Devils, the final. All right, St. John's gets into the heart of conference play tonight and still trying to find their own consistency. They are a team that is built to win the title. They just haven't realized their potential just yet. For a team that's trying to compete for a championship, it's really not just about how high their ceiling is. It's about how steady their floor is. Nothing like a rivalry to get your mojo back. Georgetown's not the team they were in the 80s and 90s, but the disdain between the fan bases is still there. Zuby Ejiofor, just one of 4 players who were on the Big East championship team last year. He has a game-high 25. The Johnnies are up 5 at the break. St. John's bench with a big night in D.C. They pump in 32 of the 95 points that St. John's puts up. St. John's by 19, or I should say 15. About a minute left to play. They're looking to improve to 2-0 in Big East play.
You were so poetic in your praise of the Knicks, what they mean to this city.
Yes.
And 1 minute later, you say their worst loss of the season. That's just the way things are going right now with New York sports.
Unfortunately, 2026 is going to bring something better for us.
Yeah, let's hope. All right, Steve, thank you. Up next for us, Zohran Mamdani may be making history as one of the youngest mayors of New York City, but a 20-year-old college student might have him beat in the record books. How this aspiring lawyer became the mayor in her small town.
Closed captioning on CBS News New York is sponsored by Toyota.
Well, subway riders will take their final swipes tonight as the era of the Metro card comes to an end. The MTA shared this video showing the Metro card when it was first introduced back in January of 1994 and its different designs throughout the years. By the way, if you have a balance on your Metro card right now, you can transfer the funds at MTA's customer service centers or just use it a lot tonight. The system officially switches to Omni tomorrow, so no more swiping. It is now tap and go only. And as the city prepares for a historic inauguration of our own, one small town in Iowa just made national history. 20-year-old college student Eva Phipps was elected mayor of Henderson, Iowa, and its population of 144 people. That makes her possibly the youngest mayor in the country and the youngest female mayor ever. Phipps is still in college, planning to go to law school. She says her top priority, revitalizing her community.
And I would love nothing more than to see our town flourish again.
Phipps will be working closely, by the way, with 19-year-old County Supervisor Jack Sayers, who also happens, by the way, to be her neighbor. Because, of course,
impressive young people.
100%. I mean, what were we doing at 19? Certainly not.
I was in a town of about 144 people.
New Year's Eve Live, Nashville's Big Bash continues. Thanks for watching, everybody. For all